What I've constructed here is an automatic outdoor birdseed dispenser for wild birds. And to do that, I've used a dispenser for kibble, for dogs, cats, rabbits, that I bought online for about $80 Australian. But that device is something that's not supposed to be put outdoors, as the manufacturers emphasise. So to have it out here, I've built a waterproof enclosure to go around it, and that enclosure, it comprises a roof. This is all built out of simple dressed pine board. The main part of the enclosure, which is made out of 235mm dressed pine and bits of offcuts I had around, and an offcut of 30mm dressed pine, and into which I've scribed some deep grooves which are designed to stop the seed from falling off the edge as birds start to move around looking for the bits that they want. And this is the device I bought online. It can be programmed to deliver up to 4 feeds a day in whatever quantity you want to set. I've got it set here to deliver 2 feeds a day of about a handful of seed, and that should be enough for it to keep running for over a month, delivering seed regularly twice a day if you happen to be away or for just for the reason of convenience. The hopper in here contains 6 litres of food, and that's quite a lot of stuff, and I've got it filled with a mixture of small parrot and wild bird mix and a few other additives I've put in there for species that aren't necessarily seed eaters. That close up there, the whole thing fits together very simply like that. Weatherproof roof goes on. It's been weatherproofed with outdoor timber oil. This little hood here is an important part of the design. Not only does it stop rain falling directly onto the area where the seed comes out, but also it provides some vital cover for really small birds who don't like to be out in the open when they're feeding. They're always worried about the threat from above. They're worried about raptors. So that's the design. It's simple to put together, relatively inexpensive, and I believe it's going to run like a train. This product, although designed for indoor use and equipped with mains power connection, can also run off 3 big D-size batteries that ought to keep it ticking over for a year or so. Right after I set up the feeder, rain set in, and it got a pretty good test run in the elements. The great thing about a bird feeder is that you can pick up a lot about what's going on in the hood. These tiny guys are red-browed finches. Mr. and Mrs. Redbrow have turned up with 5 immature offspring. You can tell the kiddies because they haven't yet developed red eyebrows and beaks. Meet Mr. and Mrs. Rainbow lorikeet. They're really only interested in the sunflower seeds and the dried currants I've added to the mix. They think they own the place, but they're getting some pushback from Mrs. Bronzewing. She and Mr. Bronzewing are nesting 50 metres down the hill, and she's taking time off while Mr. Bronzewing is on the nest. Unfortunately for Mr. Bronzewing, when he turns up in the morning before the first programmed seed drop at 9:30, there isn't much left for breakfast. And here's Mr. White-headed Pigeon. These are a rainforest species that eat fruit and seed. Once shy and reclusive, they're becoming increasingly common about town. The fact that he's turned out without his missus indicates that they're probably also nesting nearby. And if there's anything left at the end of the day, you can be sure Mrs. Brushtail Possum will arrive to polish it off. If you liked this video, please hit that red subscribe button and then the bell icon, and you'll be notified of new Warung Lane videos.